Asia Cup controversy that's snowballed and how Team India fireworks. Indian team arrives back to India. As much as they are rejoicing their win, we also saw a controversy that unfolded at the Asia Cup 2025 final. In fact, I'm playing you some live visuals there of the Indian team arriving in India. There's Tilak Varma, really the man of the match. In as many words, we can say that he was the man of the match who won the last lap for India. These are live visuals where he's being welcomed in Hyderabad. He is a Teluguite. Tilak Varma has been hailed the hero who picked the Indian game to a victory. So these are visuals there, and as the India team comes back to India after the Asia Cup 2025 final, wrapped up with all the high drama, what we know, Team India beat Pakistan with 5 wickets and 3 runs to spare and lifted the trophy. Not quite likely. The trophy did not really come to India yet. Tilak Varma, what you know, that he led the charge with spectacular 69 off 33 balls, while Shivam Dube's explosive 33 off 22 further steadied India's innings. Harris gave 50 runs a leak. And then along with the cricketing fireworks, after that fantastic game, which we call it, nail-biter, came the real fireworks. There was off-field drama, and that's still making headlines. The tournament had already been overshadowed by the handshake controversy, remember, but the final night took things to yet another level. In fact, India decided to refuse to take the trophy from Mohsin Naqvi, the PCB chairperson, who's also the Interior Minister of Pakistan, who's commented heavily on Operation Sindoor over the last few months. This man was there at the podium waiting to give India the trophy. So Indian team decided that they're not going to collect the trophy from him. So the Indian team waited up until there was an alternative who gets on stage and gives them the trophy. In the meanwhile, we saw the Indian team there sitting and waiting. And there was commotion on the stage there with people wondering what to do. Should we go ahead with the trophy giving ceremony? Indian team is not coming to the stage because Mohsin Naqvi is giving the award. So Indian team just waited on. They sat on the lawn like that. The visuals you see on our screens, waited up until there was another person who would take to the stage and give them the award. But instead, Mohsin Naqvi, Pakistan Cricket Board's chairperson, decides to take the trophy and walk away. He alerted his staff members that, well, India does not want the trophy, so let's take it and leave. So he told his staff members, and his staff took the trophy, and Naqvi literally walked away. Now, BCCI has decided to has already filed a formal complaint saying that the trophy is ours, it comes to us. Just because India decided not to take it from Naqvi, it does not mean the trophy will not be given to Team India. India is the rightful owners at this point for this season of that silverware, and so they've demanded it. And you had Prime Minister Modi also, who took to a social media platform on X, who basically said, Operation Sindoor on the game field. Outcome is the same. India wins. Congrats to our cricketers. And Naqvi there in response, a fiery response, says, this is desperation reeking out of Prime Minister Modi's tweet. He says, if war was your measure of pride, history already records your humiliating defeat at Pakistan's hands. No cricket match can rewrite the truth. Dragging war into sports only exposes desperation and disgrace and the very spirit of the game. This was Naqvi's response to Prime Minister Modi's tweet. Well, that said, we saw so many antics that played out. We saw, in fact, a Pakistani cricketer who was given the cheque. He decided to throw away the cheque. If we can have Salman Agha's visuals on our screens. Salman Agha literally decided to throw away the runners-up cheque after it was given to him. He literally threw it to the side and walked off. He did this seemingly because India refused to take the victory cup from Naqvi's hands, and also because they lost. So sore losers, and that was quite on display there at the ending ceremony. So the kind of explosive fireworks that happened, it's still making headlines. After the victory for India, Captain Suryakumar Yadav decided that he's going to donate his victory money to the Indian Armed Forces. He's also acknowledged Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vicious congratulatory message, calling this his source of motivation and a motivation to the team, reflecting on the nationwide celebrations that followed the win. He says such moments really inspire us to do better. So I'm going to take you through what exactly Suryakumar said, while he also said he's going to donate that money that he won to the Indian Armed Forces.
असली ट्रॉफीज आप जीतते हो वो है जो लोगों का मन जीतते हो, जो प्लेयर्स है उनका भरोसा जीतते हो, जो सपोर्ट स्टाफ है जो उन्होंने भरोसा दिखाया है, जो लोग बिहाइंड द सीन्स काम करते हैं, वो असली ट्रॉफीज है। ये जो मिलने वाली है वो तो चलो एक सिल्वरवेयर है, बट एट द सेम टाइम जो इतने लोग काम करते हैं, इतने लोग मेहनत करते हैं ग्राउंड पे, वो असली ट्रॉफी है।
All right. So, however, the missing trophy notwithstanding India's cheeky Asia Cup final celebrations, from mimicry to invisible trophy, is really ruling the internet. So, let me take you through some of the videos or glimpses of it to really show all those moments that has now gone viral from the Asia Cup. During the final match, Jasprit Bumrah lit up the stadium with a cheeky jet crash. That's the gesture he did while he was playing. Celebration in direct response there. This basically was a gesture in direct response to Harris Roff, who earlier had the 6-0 taunt where he was basically trying to suggest, well, there you have it. Harris also showing a jet, so Jasprit Bumrah also showing in return. And this continued after the match too. Arshdeep Singh, Jitesh Sharma and Harshit Rana all mocking Abrar Ahmed's head tilt celebration. You had the three of them, the three of the players there who were mocking Abrar Ahmed's head tilt celebration, basically mimicking Pakistan players. Varun Chakravarti posted a symbolic image of a lone teacup highlighting the missing trophy. Hardik Pandya and others shared pictures with trophies, emojis replacing the real cup, and India vice captain Shubman Gill shared a picture with his longtime friend Abhishek Sharma with a virtual image of the trophy between them. So the cup finale was full of chaos and controversy, but really one match to remember with all the controversy and get victory home. Joining me to discuss a little more on this is Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst and a very vocal voice about not wanting India to play against Pakistan post Operation Sindoor. Thanks very much, Tehseen. We also have Major Gaurav Arya, editor-in-chief, Chanakya Forum, a defense expert as well. He's been following Pakistan closely. Well, thanks very much. And also Shekhar Vijayan, who's a sports commentator. Sir, Major Gaurav Arya, if you could jump in on this, you know, as you see, India refused to take the cup from Mohsin Naqvi and stepped aside, waited until another person would take to the stage and give them the award. But instead, it seems like the Asia Cup organizers, the ICC, and just about everyone decided collectively that India will not take the cup home at all because they refused to take it from Naqvi. How fair was that? And what do you think? Is it miscommunication? Did they not know that they didn't want it from Naqvi and would accept it from someone else? How could Naqvi just walk away with the trophy? It's appalling.
Thank you, Nabila, for inviting me. Actually, the BCCI had already communicated to Mohsin Naqvi and his office much before that should India win, India will not take the cup from Mohsin Naqvi. Now, traditionally, yes, the president of the ACC or the chairman of the ACC is the one who gives out the cup, but these circumstances are exceptional, and India made their point extremely clear before the match happened. Now, what happened was that Mohsin Naqvi, this is the man with a major ego. And he said that if you don't take the cup from me, and in fact, Pakistani social media is abuzz with this. They're saying that that is what Mohsin Naqvi thought, that if you don't take the cup from me, you're not going to have the cup at all. And that is where everything started falling apart. Pakistan should have known that there are serious concerns as far as India is concerned, and they could have had anybody else give the cup to the Indian team. Now, having said that, I would also, with your permission, like to make another point. I have no idea why we played with Pakistan. We shouldn't have done it. But I think we are calling Pakistan a terror country. We keep on saying that they have done Pahalgam and they've done 26/11, which is all true. We have also responded to Pakistan. Lately, we've started responding. But why should we play cricket with Pakistan if you can't have two ways about the same thing? Either Pakistanis are terrorists or you don't have anything else to do with them. Why should you play cricket? Why should you play sport? Why should you engage with the Pakistanis? Is my point of view.
In Tehseen Poonawala. Tehseen, we know that you had the objection to for India not playing Pakistan in the Asia Cup. It looks like the team was forced into it, and finally it's ended with so much controversy and bad blood. It seems like this was another round of a war-like situation that we had with Pakistan, which again we won, but such bad blood and bitterness on a gaming field. I'm not too sure what legacy will this leave.
Thank you so much, Nabila, for having me here. At the onset, thank you, Gaurav, Major Gaurav Arya, for your services to our nations because of people like you that we receive. So thank you, sir. Nabila, there are two aspects out here. This entire so-called, oh, we won a second war with Pakistan, please, with folded hands, cricket and Operation Sindhu are two separate things. Operation Sindoor happened because in Pahalgam, Nabila, Pakistani trained terrorists entered 200 kilometers into India, checked IDs, opened pans, asked people to recite the Kalma, and based on religion, slaughtered 26 innocent human beings. That's what led to Operation Sindoor. And current Pakistani cricket players were cheering Pahalgam, wanting the Pakistani army to enslave our women. Mohsin Naqvi, the head of the ACC, the chairman of the Pakistan Cricket Board, and the Pakistan Interior Minister, which is equivalent to the Home Minister of Pakistan, wanted to nuke India. All of this was known to BCCI well before the Asia Cup happened. Now, a lot of lies is being told, oh, but this is an ICC tournament. Asia Cup has nothing to do with ICC. On the contrary, in 1986, India boycotted the Asia Cup. And yet in 1987, India hosted the ICC World Cup and has hosted several big international tournaments. In 1974, in the India versus South Africa Davis Cup finals, India walked out of the finals and the entire world stood with India and boycotted South Africa. We should have just left Pakistan alone. Then there comes the money issue. BCCI makes no money in the Asia Cup. All the revenue goes to the Asian Federation boards. Pakistan's ended up making 35 crore rupees, and for every ball that was balled against Pakistan, you have a potential bullet, Nabila, coming our way. And if it's not for people like Major Gaurav Arya, that bullet is headed for you, me, or one of us. That is the filth of this country. And their actions on the cricket ground. The fact that their players were making with that bat the AK-47 actions mimicking Pahalgam. The fact that they were making the allegedly plane falling down actions. This is not a nation that understands sports. It's a nation of filth. It's a nation of terror. And my prime minister, I'm opposition, but I supported my prime minister in Operation Sindoor. He told me via parliament, Operation Sindoor is paused, not over. I am today upset that even my prime minister in his tweet is comparing this as an extension of Operation Sindoor. It hurts the Pahalgam victims. It hurts those who have martyred for our country in Operation Sindoor and otherwise. It hurts those in Jammu who are suffered from Pakistani shelling. But also a hypothetical question. Let's assume India would have lost the finals. Does that take away from the bravery of Operation Sindoor? So all in all, this is so badly read. And the BCCI, which is a body of pampered politicians and their family.
But look, you know, my limited question here is if India has agreed to play with Pakistan, then we can't be half-hearted, you know. If India has agreed to play with Pakistan, then India was the first to decide not to shake hands. Then India was the first to decide that you had Suryakumar Yadav who came out and said this is a victory to. In fact, I dedicated this victory to the armed forces, etc., which is, I hear, against the spirit of the game, and he was also fined for it. So if India is committing those I don't know, level A, level 2, level 3 offenses. I don't know the level of the offenses. But if India is committing it, then do we have the moral standing to say, cry foul when Pakistan is making those gestures?
So Nabila, this is a great question. Do you know, and Major, please hear me out. India was the host of this Asia Cup. India. We moved this Asia Cup to UAE because this filth of a nation, Pakistan, didn't want to play in India. They boycotted 2 other tournaments in India. And we are going on accommodating them. And this charade, see, I don't blame our cricketers. I love our cricketers. We won the match. But this charade that BCCI made them do, don't shake hands, talk about this, talk about that. Why didn't you do it when the Asia Cup jerseys were being launched?
And there were initial visuals that showed backstage visuals that came out, that have come out. I wish I had those visuals here on our screens. Backstage visuals clearly showed that Indian team members, including Suryakumar Yadav, shook hands with Mohsin Naqvi.
Yeah, so then why do all of this? Look, I'm not blaming Suryakumar Yadav. SKY is not to be blamed. He has to do what he's been asked to do. The question is, BCCI is a body of nepotism and a body of politicians across party lines that thinks it is more powerful than the government of India. And unfortunately, today it proved itself true. It has hurt our sentiments. This is not how.
So
We
you're
have
saying from
nothing
the
to do with
word go, we shouldn't
Pakistan.
have even played the match. Now all of this is just cacophony. Makes no sense.
Everything. You could have had Asia Cup without Pakistan. Show your might. Your Asia Cup depends on India's revenue. BCCI doesn't even take money home. You've given Pakistan 35 crore rupees. What is this business of giving them money? For every ball, a bullet is coming our way, and that bullet's going to hit somebody like Major Gaurav Arya who's guarding us. That's the problem.
A
That is
final
the
and a quick
problem.
question, if I could bring in Shekhar Vijayan.
Yes, Nabila.
Yeah, Shekhar, go on. What's your take on this?
So, Nabila, I think all of us had agreed in person that India really didn't want to play with Pakistan. It was already agreed, and there was a lot of hurt and resentment also from Indians at large. Why is India really playing with Pakistan? Now that India has played this game, I think the Pakistani establishment and the Pakistani cricketers were very churlish, very roguish, very churlish, very arrogant in the way they handled this entire tournament. From the no handshake policy, from the way they were showing provocative gestures to the Indian cricket team. Mind you, the Indian cricket players were very clinical, very professional, very surgical in their approach. The entire tournament they played really well, and they deserve to win. Now, even in the post match ceremony, in terms of giving the award and giving the trophy as well as the medals, it is India didn't want to engage with this Naqvi guy at all because of the kind of statements he's made. He's made statements about nuking India. He's made very inflammatory statements around here, which obviously India didn't want to engage with him. I think overall, what we really have to look at is we need to have a charter in place in terms of, because India is going to be engaging with Pakistan in the future at some point of time or the other. So BCCI has to take a very strong stand in terms of how do they want to get India to engage or disengage with Pakistan. That is one. The second thing is India as a country has played well in this entire tournament. The boys have played well. They're a very young, very dynamic, very versatile team without their stalwarts like Rohit Sharma or Virat Kohli. And they just showed a great spirit in the last game. They have gone through the entire gamut. So I think that they played well. We should celebrate that. And they're quite smart. If you look at the way they created the entire memes, if you see the way they have mimicked the entire celebration, there's a lot of belief, there's a lot of confidence, and there is a lot of spunk in them, which is what India really needs at this point of time.
Right,
they just have to follow what was dictated, what was BCCI's diktat at that point of time, and they just followed that.
Major Arya, I'll end with you. Your final take on those who watched it. People with broken hearts watched the match or did not watch the match. Those who are still grieving from Pahalgam. Finally, India has won the cup. Do you think that's any solace for them?
No, ma'am, absolutely not. It hasn't even been a year since Pahalgam happened. It's not even been 6 months. And we are back to playing with the people we call terrorists. I mean, Pakistan has won this match. Pakistan has won the Asia Cup. We must understand why Pakistan was here. Winning and losing is something that the Pakistani public wants. That we should win the Asia Cup, beat India. That's not what the Pakistani army wants. They want to be seen as a normal nation, and this time they've used India on a world stage to look like a normal nation, which, by the way, promotes terrorism.
Right. All right. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you joining us here. That's all I have time for.